I'm Doug Twohill, and this is my generosity story. In 2006, I had been saved for 20 years, and I had never heard of any of the generosity resources that are available. I lived in New York at the time. It was a Friday afternoon and rainy, crummy November weather, and when I found out about it, I spent the entire weekend on the websites. And at the end of it, I just said to my wife, how in the world could I have never been told about this? I wanted to step up my game and not just be a check writer, and I wanted to actually establish a giving fund. The fact that we do live differently and we give on a regular basis is a part of our family DNA. Approximately all of our giving goes through our giving fund. The reason for that is to be more effective givers as a group. When an opportunity comes up, a hurricane, or any of those things in the news, my family's asking, so what are we going to do? Then we can have the funds available, have a family conversation about, do we want to give to this new opportunity or not? One of the first things that we did through our giving fund was we helped to start a women's home on Long Island for a teen challenge. Many, many years later, one of my daughters was attending a church in Lakeland, and we went there for the holidays. There was a couple that was the pastor. The wife came down and sought me out in the audience, and she said, Mr. Twohill, I've been looking forward to seeing you again. And I thought, have we seen each other before? And she said, yes, I wanted to let you know that I was one of the first graduates of the Teen Challenge program from the Women's Home in Long Island, and I remember that you helped fund it all those years ago. And I just want to let you know, I love having your daughter in my church here. I keep an eye on her for you. And I couldn't believe it. It would seem to me that if I'm going to want to be giving from a faith-based worldview, I would want to have advisors and a local team who shared my views, not in many cases actually antithetical to my views. That's why our family has decided to partner with the National Christian Foundation, because they're the most supportive of our faith and our values. I think the challenge in all this is the same as the challenge in any area of life. It's not just going to happen on its own. You have to make an intentional decision about how you're going to do things. The Bible says, where your treasure is, your heart will be also. And the fact that we treasure as a priority the things that we could do for the kingdom, I think the reward that we got in that is a result with our kids that we really don't deserve. If you're not intentional, if as parents, you're not going to be the ones who are going to speak this into your kids' lives, who is? My kids are so much better people at their age than I was at their age. And that's amazing to me. So for my first 20 years being saved, I didn't know about any of this. And I was literally in the dark making it up on my own. And for 16 years since then, National Christian Foundation and the other resources that they've introduced me to over the years have been the foundation of our giving as a family and has made all the difference in the world.